Welcome, travelers, to my realm of nightmares. Allow me to be your personal assistant. Come in, take a seat, get comfortable. For when you step into my realm, there's no stepping out. I've been a resident in my neighborhood for over 2 years now. While I managed to become accustomed to it, I had a particularly rocky start with it. In particular, the unofficial rule in this neighborhood to never have Christmas decorations up before Halloween was closed. I did just that. People warned me about it, saying that if I didn't take them down, I'd be sorry. I replied to them that if me doing so didn't result in a fine, I'd do what I want with my own property. I should have listened to them. It was the 20th when it came. I had just gotten through setting up the lights. I wasn't a big Halloween fan, to say the least. I always preferred Christmas. In that regard, I'd always put up my decorations in late October. Sure, I'd get some eye rolls from people passing by. However, nothing really bad would happen to me, not until that night. I stepped back, taking a moment to admire my handiwork. That was when I heard it, up in the night sky. I saw as a silhouette barely illuminated by the moon and stars. Its appearance was some twisted combination of bat and deer. The most prominent thing about it was its fiery red eyes and its nose, which seemed to burn like a flame. I was speechless upon seeing it. I tried to rationalize it in my mind, thinking it was in fact a large bat and that my mind was playing tricks on me. It coming into my full view proved me wrong. My Christmas lights illuminated it fully. It was a creature more deer-like in appearance, if deer had razor-sharp teeth. Its claws were so sharp-looking that I thought if it wanted to, it could cut me in half with one swipe. I didn't know what to do in that situation. It was blocking the way to my house, and I doubted I could outrun it with how fast it was. I shouted for help, only to glance over and see my neighbors turn out their lights. I mentally cursed them and turned back to the creature. I had no idea at the time why it was in front of me. What I did know was that I needed to find a way to escape it. As it approached me and raised one of its hands, presumably to strike at me, I thought fast and kicked off one of my shoes at its head to distract it. Then attempted a mad dash towards my front door. I got maybe 8 feet before it yanked me back and threw me to the ground. I groaned in pain and tried setting up. In addition to it sounding really pissed off at me, as an indicator by the fact that it was growling, my shoe was hanging from one of its antlers. It grabbed the shoe and threw it at me with such force, my nose broke. Defenseless and groggy from the pain, with blood running down my shirt, all I could do was watch it. To my confusion and surprise, it yanked free one of my plastic candy canes. The feeling quickly turned into fear when I realized what I was planning on doing with it. I tried to plead with it, but it was no use. All I could do was raise my arm in a feeble attempt to shield myself, as it brought the candy cane down on me repeatedly. Getting hit by one, being swung by a regular person is painful enough. Never mind when whatever that thing was is wielding them. The force of its swings was so strong, it broke my right arm, which is my dominant one. One candy cane beating was bad, unfortunately for me. It decided to make use of all the ones I owned. By the time it was done, they were all in pieces, and I was a broken mess on the ground. My vision was blurry from the pain. Although I could make out it flying towards my house and cutting down the attached lights. When it landed back in front of me, I thought it was going to deliver the killing blow. Instead, it did something I wasn't expecting. It spoke. The only response I could give it was a pained croak. Its voice was deep and raspy. Next year. Wait until after Halloween. It then pointed from me to my Santa lawn decoration, which it decapitated with one slice of its claws. I passed out shortly after that. When I woke up the next day, the neighbors gave me the smug looks as I passed by. The hospital trip was a pain. What was even worse was having to clean up the mess it left behind. Trying to find bits of broken glass and plastic while wearing a cast was not easy. I figured whatever that thing was, it was really into Halloween. Not wanting to re-incur its wrath, I made sure to get some last-minute decorations for the holiday in order to appease it. As the trick-or-treaters walked by on Halloween, I could see it watching me from the woods. Only the light of its eyes and nose were visible. Children and parents who also noticed it walked quickly by it. They reacted to it as if it were something they were used to. I figured this was the case, and now I am too. Every October, it can be spotted watching from the woods for anyone to break the neighborhood's unofficial rule. I make sure to follow this rule to a T, and even put up Halloween decorations early. As a result of my experience, I found an appreciation for the holiday. I just make sure I never put up any Christmas decorations until November. I don't know what that thing is or where it came from. All I know is that I don't ever want to get on its bad side again. If you happen to be as big of a Christmas fan as I am and move to my neighborhood, I suggest you heed my warning or it will come for you. Tonight's story was day 6 of my 13 days of Halloween. Byron was black and was titled Wait Until After Halloween. If you enjoyed this, please check out his channel. His links will be in the description below. He is a talented author and a great friend of this channel. Hey, did you know I have merch? Yeah, crazy, right? But I do. And if you would like to walk around representing my realm and gaining me new travelers, the links will be in the description below. As always, I'd like to say a special thank you to my lovely Patreons, to 42 Reads, Rando Calrissian, Pam, Sidaphine, the Midnight Bard, Creepy Clown Girl, Mia Mina, Philia Noctis, Hair Raising Narratives, and Spooky Boo Scary Story Time. If you'd like to join these lovely travelers but are light on my fire, you can do so by becoming a Patreon as well. The support is always appreciated but never expected. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe if you're new, and ding that bell for all future content. But as always, travelers, once you step into my realm, there's no stepping out.